Ladies and gents, welcome back. So you complied. You rolled up your sleeve. You did what was compelled of you to do. And you thought, hey, well, I did my part and I'm going to move on and life is going to go back to normal. Well, things change. And, well, when you comply and you don't make a stand, well, it's forever compliance. And this is the hard lesson that a senior had to learn just recently. And we have video of this. This is brought to you by ArriveCAN Nantel. Watch, a fully vaccinated Canadian senior was given a 14-day quarantine order because she did not use the Trudeau government's ArriveCAN app. I shouldn't have to go through this. No Canadian should, she said. Footage provided by True North.
I'm not going to sit here and try to strong arm you or convince you. Current policy, though, is that we are supposed to issue you a quarantine order at that point. So that's what I'm going to have to do then today. So,
but I'm vaccinated. Isn't that just for unvaccinated?
Well, it comes down to this is what I have to do as a screening officer. I don't have the ability to make that decision. I can put you in touch with public health. You can speak with one of them if you choose to. I also can't force you to do that.
Sorry, sir, I don't mean to...
Before it keeps going, just because the audio is quite low on this video, she's refused to do the ArriveCAN app, and in response, the Border and Custom agent has given her a quarantine order for 14 days where she has to lock down in her home. Yeah, this is this is the state that we live in today. And now a man's interrupting because this woman doesn't understand what's going on. She says, I'm fully vaccinated. I've done everything you asked of me, and now you're asking more of me?
Jack, but you're saying that you're acting as a screening officer. So are you employed by the Public Health Agency of Canada?
No, I'm employed by the Canada Border Service Agency. CBSA Border Service officers are also classified as screening officers under the Quarantine Act.
Okay, so why is CBSA being forced to do PHAC's dirty work?
That's a question about my pay grade, sir. I don't know.
Just following orders, sir. I'm just following orders. I don't know if we've ever heard that before.
Right, so in any case, though, I've had to put you into quarantine. So this is the information for that. That's your public health or your vaccination info, passport, and 2 test kits. So that's all that for you, and you're basically all set on our end.
So what if I don't do this? Because I have been 2.5 years and well, isolated for 2 years. I'm not going to isolate again. Okay. So
I can certainly appreciate the frustration over the pandemic. Once again, that's a public health issue, not a CBSA issue. So we have zero follow-up or enforcement on our end. It goes to public health, and they have an enforcement compliance division where they handle all that stuff, which they do whatever it is that they do.
So as we're at this point, he's given her 2 test kits and paperwork for the Quarantine Act, which has now apparently become the law of the land. It's no longer an emergency quarantine act. This is now just permanent infrastructure in our country. But she's confused because she's locked down for 2 years, and now she's being asked to lock down for another 14 days for having refused to use a app on her phone. She did not want to install an app because, well, you'll hear coming up.
Don't talk to them. I don't work with them. It's all done electronically through the ArriveCAN app or whatever. So.
How are you feeling? You okay there, Joe?
I'm getting upset. This is ridiculous. This is insane. I shouldn't have to go through this. No Canadian should. Just because I don't want to put an app on my phone. It's insane. Don't you think?
I do. I understand that you just don't want to download the Justin Trudeau ArriveCAN app on your phone. You've provided the paperwork showing you're fully vaccinated.
Yes, I have.
So this is the actual state of things here. This woman does not want to add this app to her phone. Well, we know that this app has been intrusive, to say the least. I posted a video just the other day showcasing a particular agent at an airport. Papers, please.
I'm a public officer, public health officer. I'm designated in the province of Ontario to issue contravention fines if people do not comply.
So this is Mr. Do Not Comply. I will give you a hard time. I don't have the jurisdiction to arrest you, detain you, doing any of these things, but I can give you a very hard time and threaten you with fines. And this is obviously the plan here. Now, on that video, I had a really interesting comment, and this was brought to my attention on Twitter by Cryptomaria. And this is a comment on the YouTube video from Marian Meta. She says, I traveled to Cuba and fully vaccinated with the ArriveCAN app, but as soon as I got out of the airport, I deleted the government app from my phone. I got a call from Health Canada and asked why I deleted the app, and I told them it used too much of my bandwidth. Good excuse, great excuse, but obviously didn't want it on the telephone. I have all the paperwork and do not need the app in my daily life. They were pissed off with me. Now this is the idea, and this is what a lot of people are saying, that the app is designed, you put it on your phone, you forget about it, but it's running processes in the background. It's tracking where you are, it's doing God knows what. It's a giant piece of malware. And just the level of insistence that the government is putting on people having this be part of their daily life, having this app on their telephone, by holding people hostage at the borders, disrupting entire industries over this. This is how important it is for this agenda from this government. But it's funny because this all sounds like conspiracy, but let's just have a look at what the historical reference to conspiracy theories are. Remember the good old days when we were conspiracy theorists? This is a article from Vice magazine from back in February of 2020 saying anti-vaxxers, of course, throwing that label at people. I imagine there are some anti-vaxxers out there, but this is not nobody out there is anti-vax. Everyone's got their polio vaccines. Everyone's got their tetanus and all of the stuff. But some people just don't want forced medical tyranny in their lives. So, yeah, they're being labeled anti-vax. But anyway, I digress. Anti-vaxxers are terrified the government will enforce a vaccine for coronavirus. Anti-vax groups on social media are claiming that the spread of the disease will lead to mandatory vaccinations and unlimited surveillance. By Anna Merlan. And this is back in February 28th, 2020. A simpler time, ladies and gents. A simpler time when suggesting something like this sounded crazy. It actually did. But here we're living in that world. We're living in a world where the government wants not only for you to comply with a medical procedure, but wants you to comply with having an intrusive malware installed on your phone that gives them capabilities of God knows what. Anyway, let me know what you think in the description, in the comments down below. I love watching the conversations take place and getting in there myself. Now, this weekend, there's lots coming up. I have a live stream tonight at 6:30 Pacific time. Check your local listings for what time that is for you. So that's 6:30 Pacific. So that'd be 9:30 Eastern. And this weekend, tomorrow, there is a worldwide protest all around the world going on in Canada and in, well, everywhere. Virtually, farmers around the world are revolting. Nationwide convoys and slow rolls coming this Saturday in support of Dutch farmers. We Move as One is the hashtag on social media. Go out there, look it up, use it, and spread the word. Exclusive support the Dutch Freedom Convoy planned for Alberta by Freedom Fighters Canada. This is the Western Standard, but it's happening in Ottawa, Toronto, all over Canada. If there's a city, it's happening. Get involved. Get out there. Show your support. If you can't be there, show your support in spirit. Get out there on social media and let them all know that you're there with you. I'll be away this weekend. We had a trip planned. My kids are looking forward to staying in a tent for the first time we're going camping. So we'll be out of the cell phone range. But tonight we'll be live on the channel. Check it out. We'll see you then. And as always, keep on trucking.